Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today, I am really happy to bring you this review of the Joe Fixit of the Cobra Legions, the Techno Viper. Now, back in the day, I used to buy Joe figures, not on so much on the character, but on what they came with. So, I had a Techno Viper because this guy came with a lot of stuff, and this figure is a great recreation and representation of that. And I've even learned something about the accessories and what they are going by the file card. But basically, we'll get to his accessories and stuff a little later on. But let's just take a look at the figure. And if you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna go ahead, remove the torch, laser, whatever. We'll get to that. And we're gonna look right up here at the figure. Now, if I remember correctly, because please forgive me if I'm wrong. It's been a while. He's a couple years old now. There is some new tooling here, but also he used parts from the Hazard Viper. I think, namely in these arms here, that gave him that nice padded, detailed look, which is kind of important when you're dealing with plasma welding tools. Don't want to burn yourself. Now, the helmet here is absolutely fantastic. It really does capture that classic Techno Viper look. And it really brings it up a little. You can see that there's more of a detailing here in the face. More of the grooves are picked out. It's really just fantastic. And that is on a ball-jointed neck, but unfortunately not as expressive as it could be. You do also, moving down, have the universal pin and socket shoulders, 90-degree bend at the elbow with rotation there. He does have the new wrist articulation, so besides the rotation at the joint, on this hand it goes in and out, and on this hand it goes up and down, which is great to help hold some of its various tools. There is an ab crunch, but I'll tell you right now, it's completely limited due to this vest, which is removable. Opens here on the side. I know this because mine was actually open and I had to close it. It does have an attached holster with a removable laser pistol or small welding pistol. That I'm not too sure about. And ball-jointed hips, double-jointed knees, nice range of motion in them. As you can see, mine's a little loose. And then moving down finally to the legs, we have the standard forward and back ankle pivot with rotation there. So, you get a great, nice range of motion. You do have some of that extra articulation, which I think works beautifully with the accessories it comes with, which we're going to get to right now. Much like the classic Techno Viper, this guy comes with a lot of tools. Now, one reason that this figure is a hot commodity among collectors is right here. Cobra traffic cones. They should give him a little bucket and a mop. No, I'm sorry. But these are actually kind of cool. They're neon green. I think they were redone for one of the SDCC sets, but as you can see, there are all these little ridges, so they can be linked together. There's also slots here on the bottom, but he only comes with one, and, well, guys pick them up because they want them. So, now the backpack, nice update to the classic version. Interesting thing, though, as you saw in the beginning, I had the backpack on with the handle facing down and the slots for the tools going down. On the back of the card, it shows it up like this. Now, if I were to peg it in like that, this whole section right here that I'm moving, circling with my finger, would be well above his head. I don't know. I think on the original figure, oops, the hose is removable, it is supposed to go like this. Now, he also does have a rubber hose, and we know how that is sometimes with Joe figures and weapons. Pain in the tush. Okay, this is a laser pistol or a small welding pistol. I'm not sure. Besides the hammer, wrench, and prying tool, it's really hard to tell which is what, because I think this might also be like a laser rifle or a welding tool. Like, I want to say this is this larger one is the welding pistol, and this is just like his personal sidearm. But anyway, you have a hydraulic hammer, high end, very heavy duty stuff. This is, I believe, like a hydraulic wrench. I mean, they give you different names for them on the back. And I think these are pneumatic shears that are supposed to be used for clawing open and stuff. They can all peg in to the end of the hose here, just like it was on the original figure and what made him so cool. But yeah, much like the other 30th anniversary Pursuit of Cobra figures, just a fantastic allotment of accessories that are really a great homage to the classic figure. I really can't recommend the Techno Viper enough. This was a great homage to a classic and well-remembered figure from those early 90s days, which, in hindsight, was really towards the end of the Joe line. I loved this guy when I was a kid. I didn't troop build, so I only had one, but he was always part of my battles and stuff like that. I think I used his tools as weapons. I really didn't get that he was supposed to build stuff, but it's just fun. Now, unfortunately, like I said, collectors, they go out, they troop build. They've made this guy rather scarce on the secondary market. And he was tough to find at retail to begin with, if I remember correctly. I think it was a situation where some people could find him, others couldn't. So you might have to pay a little bit of a premium. As always, I would recommend not spending more than $30. $25 would be pushing it. So yeah, this is your old pal Chuck for the Techno Viper. We'll see you next time.